So we are finally back on the channel. It's been a couple months since I first uploaded on the channel, and it was the only upload. So we're finally back on the channel talking about some Clippers today. So if you guys like what you see and you guys are some Clippers fans, then be sure to subscribe, press the like button, and we're gonna have some more Clippers videos coming in the future. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about some trades today for the Clippers, including Fred VanVleet and Kyle Lowry. So the Clippers, they've been in the market for a starting caliber point guard, as both Reggie Jackson and John Wall have been both subpar this season. I mean, looking at their stats respectively, Reggie Jackson, 11 points per game, 2 rebounds, and around 3.5 assists. John Wall, 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. Now, I think Wall actually was a pretty okay addition initially coming into the season, but he's been looking pretty subpar, and his efficiency hasn't been the greatest, only shooting around 41% from the field. Same thing with Reggie Jackson. I mean, he's a little bit better at 42%, but I mean, he hasn't been all too efficient, and the playmaking hasn't been really there as of late. So we're going to get into some trades about Fred VanVleet and Kyle Lowry, because both of these guys have been names that have been linked to the Clippers and for a couple months now, I want to say. And yeah, in today's video, we're going to break down some Fred VanVleet and Kyle Lowry trades to the Clippers and why they make sense. So we'll start off with the trade for Fred VanVleet. So this trade includes Marcus Morris. I'll make sure to link the trades in the description if I remember. But yeah, this trade includes Marcus Morris, Brandon Boston, and a first-round pick to the Raps in exchange for Fred VanVleet. So initially, looking at this trade, I would add in a little bit more from the Clipper side of things, as you're getting a former All-Star in Fred VanVleet, and the Raptors would like some more value out of him. I mean, looking at the Raptors right now, they're not really in a good position, and if they do decide to fully commit to a rebuild, they would like some more pieces in exchange for a guy like Fred VanVleet. So yeah, other than that, I mean, the Raptors get a good floor spacer in Marcus Morris, and they take a chance on a high flyer like Brandon Boston, who isn't getting much playing time anyways on the Clippers. They also get a first-round pick, which can help them if they rebuild, like I said. So yeah, I mean, this trade in itself, I would add a little bit more. Maybe I would probably add in 2 first-round picks in exchange for VanVleet. I mean, you're getting a guy, basically all-star caliber guy, someone that can drop at least 30 points per game on any given night. So yeah, that's the trade for Fred VanVleet. You guys let me know what you guys think about that trade. So for Kyle Lowry here, the trade includes Marcus Morris again. I think he's one of the more expendable players on the team, and Reggie Jackson in exchange for Kyle Lowry and Caleb Martin. So like Fred VanVleet, this trade, there's some things that I would move. First and foremost, I'd probably would swap in John Wall in exchange for Reggie Jackson. I think Wall is a more proven point guard and someone that can play some grit and grind defense, and he's still pretty much that guy. Other than the scoring, and I mean, the playmaking's still there kind of, but I mean, defense is really the biggest thing he has left in his arsenal. And for the Clippers, I mean, they've been in the market to trade John Wall for, I think, a month now or a month or two. So this also works out for them. I mean, they get rid of John Wall, who they've been looking to clear from the team, and Marcus Morris. In exchange, they get Kyle Lowry. So for the Heat side of things, I mean, I probably wouldn't add in Caleb Martin. I think he's been really great for them off the bench, and he's been a good role player. So they probably would exchange someone else in exchange for Caleb Martin. I wouldn't really know too much about the Heat. I mean, looking at their roster right now, I think they're pretty much set. I don't even think they're in playoff contention right now. So looking at the standings in the East, yeah, the Heat, actually, no, they are. They're 29-23. So looking at their roster overall, I mean, in exchange for Caleb Martin, it'd probably have to be someone pretty low on the team. Maybe, I don't know, Duncan Robinson. He's a little bit more of an overpay. He's making $16 million. I don't know, maybe even Omer Yurtseven, but he's still pretty young, and I know he has a lot of potential too. So maybe Caleb Martin is the guy, but you can switch him off with anyone else, maybe Duncan Robinson. So I mean, if you get Duncan Robinson, you get a floor spacer in him, someone that can shoot the 3-ball, but you get to take on that $16 million contract. So yeah, I mean, both these guys on the Clippers would be actually pretty good. First of all, I mean, they bring in a new sense of experience to the team. I mean, John Wall and Reggie Jackson, they're both good, but I mean, both Fred VanVleet and Kyle Lowry both have won rings, obviously, with the Raptors, and especially with Kawhi Leonard, they already have experience playing with him. So it makes a lot of sense. And with Kyle Lowry, he's a proven vet, being 36, and he can still play basketball. I mean, looking at his stats, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. The efficiency isn't always there. I mean, 40% from the field isn't great. 33% from the 3 is also not that great either, but his defense is it's basically his biggest selling point for this team. And honestly, his veteran experience. I mean, his veteran experience, and that's going to be holding guys accountable and just being that glue guy on the team. Now, with Fred VanVleet, I mean, that's pretty much the guy that the Clippers need to target. I mean, he's been pretty much the best fit for this Raptor or for this Clippers team that I've seen in a while. So, I mean, VanVleet, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 6.5 assists. Efficiency, like again, isn't always there. 40% from the field, 34 from three. I'm hoping that gets a little bit better. He's also averaging three fouls per game, which isn't that great either. So, yeah, I mean, VanVleet, he's very streaky. Hopefully, he can get it done. I mean, he is 28 years old, so he can definitely help them win right now. So, yeah, but the Clippers, they are in a good position, and they've been winning some games recently. They are 29 and 25. They started out the season pretty slow, but have been picking it up here pretty recently, only losing recently to the Cavs and the Jazz. But they've been beating some pretty big market teams. I mean, Dallas, Los Angeles, Atlanta, even Chicago too. So they are versing the Milwaukee Bucks tonight at 8 o'clock my time, so that's Mountain Standard Time. I don't know what that is for you guys, but yeah, I mean, hopefully the Clippers, they can pull out a win. Hopefully they can make some trades here. I would like for them to get a backup center behind Zubac, but I'll save that for another video. I probably would be here for a longer time to explain why they need another center. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Hopefully you guys like the Clipper content coming back here on the channel. I mean, it's been a while. Hopefully, I can just start uploading some more on the channel. Hopefully, the Clippers can turn up. I have them going to the finals this year. They're my dark horse finals contender for this year. So hopefully, the Clippers can make it to the finals. Hopefully, they can just pretty much finish out the season strong. That's the end.